Welcome to our final episode of our Kaokoland adventure. But first, a quick update on our route on the map. Francois gives us an update on our efforts to fix his tire, but alas, no success. From Marble Camp, we make our way to Urupembe, a remote settlement in the northern Kunene region. The Embi Conservancy is managed by the Namibian Association of Community-Based Natural Resource Management Support Organizations, NACSO in short. It is a protected area covering 3,565 square kilometers. Wildlife that can be found in the conservancy includes giraffe, kudu, oryx, springbok, mountain zebra, leopard, and cheetah. We came across one of the biggest herd of springbok I have ever seen.
Wow, that is the biggest herd of springbok I've ever seen in my life. I didn't realize our radio was off.
As we head further south, we come across another lone Stoneman. These sculptures started appearing around 2014 and were created by an anonymous artist who uses the pseudonym Ren. They are scattered across the remote Kaokoland, and finding them has become a treasure hunt for travelers. Each one is numbered and has a short message. We drop into the Kube River Trail, which makes for interesting driving and scenery. We find giraffe and oryx in abundance on the trail. Dotted along the trail, you will find the Euphorbia damarana plant, commonly referred to as the milk bush, or in Afrikaans, melkbos. It is regarded as one of the most toxic plants in Namibia. It has been reported that the toxic milky latex of the plant is capable of killing animals and humans, except rhino, oryx, and kudu. We stumble upon Stoneman number 10, just resting to go to number 1. It is here where our cameraman Gustav almost had his soul leave his body when his drone crashed into the side of the hill. Fortunately, it was not terminal and only minor damage. Jim, here where I'm standing to my right, there's 2 more. What's that? No army marches on an empty stomach, and it was time for a lunch stop before making our way to Puros. Once you come over the hill, you'll start looking down into the Puros Valley. Guys, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. To reach the village, you have to cross the Waterfall River. It had come down this year 5 times in one rain season. Our camping spot for the next 2 nights is the popular Puros Bush Lodge and Camp. I've camped here many a time and it's one of my favorite spots. The village is situated in the Puros Conservancy. Conservancy spans some 3,562 square kilometers. The area is known for desert elephants, black rhino, giraffes, and even desert lions.
Sit hom daar want die son gaan so kom.
We've come a long way. So we started from Windhoek and went up to Kamenyap, drove all along the Etosha, all the way up to Rukana, had a look at the falls, and then we started making our way on the D3700. And it got interesting to say the least until we got to Swartboys Drift. And unfortunately from there to Ipupa, it's only 90 k's, but the river was flowing over the road, so there's no way to get through. So we wild camped along the river, and then the next day we made our way down to Ochivizi, and then up to Okongwati, and all the way to Ipupa Falls, where we spent the night at Ipupa Falls. And then we made our way down back to Okongwati, refueled. Yes, there is fuel available in Okongwati, but at a price. I'm not going to say what, but it's brace yourself. They don't use Vaseline for that one. And then you start making your way to the Van Sails community campsite. And I've always said getting to Van Sails Pass is the difficult part. Van Sails Pass itself is not difficult, but getting to the pass is the difficult part. Awesome campsite at Van Sails community campsite. There was water. At least there's a flush toilet that was working at the time. I didn't test the shower. We used our own shower. And then we went down Van Sails. And I must be honest with you guys, in all the years that I've been doing this trip, this was probably the roughest I've ever experienced Van Sails Pass, and the whole getting to Van Sails Pass. But it was an experience, and we made it. We actually picked up a guest passenger. Was Doug and Julia in their Land Rover Discovery, and they were towing a trailer. And he had planned this whole route doing Van Sails Pass for more than a year, and then the people in Ipupa told him it's impossible to do it. And I suggested that he tag along, and they made it down the pass easily. Like I said, it was the roughest I've ever experienced it. Then we went past Bloudrum, and then we stayed at Urupembe at the Marble campsite. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful campsite, and we are currently in Puros at the Puros community campsite. So we're spending 2 nights here, and then from there we'll make our way south into the Wanap River, spend 1 night wild camping and 1 night at Elephant Song. And then by Sesfontein, go pop in at Ongongo hot spring and have a look what it looks like, and maybe have a swim, and then pass quite up and on to Palmwag for our last evening. So yeah, it's been an interesting sojourn, to call it as such. I've had some questions that the guys wanted to know, but the shipwrecks. We're going to have a look at the shipwrecks, guys. We're not allowed to drive from here into the park. That's the Skeleton Coast National Park, so you're not allowed to enter the park. If they do catch you there, you've got big problems. So we've got to stay outside the park, and unfortunately we can't go in. It's very tempting to go down the riverbed all the way down to the coast, but it's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. So let's go and find Jan Yuba koppie today. Wat ek vanmiddag wil doen, as ons klaar is met die koppie en whatever, nee, ons gaan drink 'n dop daar bo by die lodge. As ons klaar is met dit, nee, dan wil ek in die rivier net 'n end afry en 'n lekker spot kry. Sommer daar in die rivier trek, die stoele daar in die rivier sit, awning oopmaak, net daar sit en dop drink. Dis my plan. Net lekker chill.
Tuurlik.
Weet you now?
I'm at the back of the green shop. We have to put fuel in the back.
If you know where to go in the village, you can find pretty much what you are looking for. Just ask around. A visit to the landmark Green Manchester store is a must. We found both diesel and petrol at a price, obviously, and a reasonably well-stocked little bottle store. Have River will play in it. Time for a photo shoot. Okay, let's go and try and find a man about a copy. The Waterfall River is worth spending time in to explore. We couldn't reach the Puros Canyon because of water levels. We still had other options like the Yuba Kopi. Yuba was a pioneer in the true sense of the word. He was a prominent conservationist and 4x4 expert. Many of the well-known routes were explored by him. Sadly, he was murdered in 2006 while on a trip to map a historic trail in a remote part of the Omaheke region. When you find a dune, of course you have to at least attempt to drive up it. But please note that these are existing tracks that we are using. This dune is a lot steeper than it looks. The Waterfall River source is near the regional capital of Euphorbia. It occasionally carries surface water in the rain season from November to around March. The catchment area of the river is 15,237 square kilometers. The name originates in the Nama language and loosely translated means water which twists and turns through a narrow gorge. We make our way to the Okahirongo Elephant Lodge for some refreshments. Accommodation at the lodge is a mere $930 to $1,130 per person per night. If you so wish, you can book the entire lodge for you and your friends for only $12,000 per night. On our way to our afternoon relax spot in the river, we got a distress call over the radio from Uncle Jim. He went on a leisure cruise down the river and stumbled upon our tag-along guests we had said goodbye to at Roodrom. They had gotten themselves well and truly stuck, and Uncle Jim, on his way to assist, also got stuck. We rushed over and assisted, and they once again joined us for the rest of our trip.
9 meters up on top there, Euphorbia.
Time now to take a break after a fun full day. This is just another tough day in Africa.
Wat maak ons zo?
Boezie, ons gaan net 'n eitjie maak en 'n aardappeltjie. En dan 'n lekker ramsteekie met 'n bietjie wat sy sous, daai lekker sous vir die steak.
Jimmy?
That's exactly that one. Dat is gaan ons hom net byst.
There's a new DVD out.
Net zo.
Piece of ramsteak.
Ek het vir ons op.
Idea what to expect for today. We're going to make our way to the main road and then eventually we turn off towards the Wannap River. We started heading further south towards the Wannap River for the next 2 nights. The scenery is just mind-blowing. We spotted lion tracks in the soft sand, but alas, no lion. Little did we know the significance of those tracks and the tragedy that was to unfold a few weeks later. It turns out it was a lone female who attacked and killed a gentleman who had supported the desert lion research for many years. As we were about to enter the Equilibus Plains during a quick stop, we noticed a problem on Francois Hilux. A quick roadside fix and we were on our way again. We encounter more Springbok. These plains are known for the thousands of fairy circles. Till today, there is no plausible explanation for them. The road to reach the Wannap is, to say the least, spectacular. The harsh terrain was beginning to take its toll on man and machine. Uncle Jim had problems with his brakes, so during lunch we attempted to assist. Yeah, this is a viewpoint. I've got to try and find the track here. After a bit of a search, we found the track. No one had been able to drive all the way through due conditions being too wet. Guys, there's a table and chairs and stuff that's dressed up here. Please drive slowly, can park like this, the way I am, you can have a nice little photo opportunity here. We reached what is known as Detour, the portal. It was a no-go with treacherous quicksand, as Francois found out. Go with speed, you might get through. We then ventured into the Ganamap River and found an amazing wild camping spot. This turned out to be one of the best overnight spots ever. Camping spot for tonight.
Has it got an aircon?
You can sit in the back a little bit longer.
Quickly, one question. This river comes down, is the escape place?
No, the river won't catch us here where we are. Our wild camping spot was given a name by Francois. He looked up to the hill and saw it. Lo and behold, if you look carefully, you'll see it. It was promptly named Bobbejans Kop, or Baboon's Head. While just around the corner, we stumbled upon the tracks of Leopard. Our route to exit the river the next morning was nothing short of spectacular.
Yeah, no, 120, 150 we should manage. Please stop. I'm just not sure how far we still have to go. The dust is cleared and it is beautiful.
On our way to Elephant Song, we encountered our last Stoneman, number 4, the Hanging Man.
I'm just going out of the car front for my aerial.
Our next stop was Elephant Song campsite, set on a hill overlooking the Puros Valley. To say it was hot would be an understatement. We opted for a lunch break down in the valley until it cooled down somewhat.
Let's sneak down at the lonely lane. Before summer has gone.
This camp has the most amazing ablutions that were well used that night.
Swim out under a broken sky.
The Wanap River is one of those must-see places. Words cannot describe its beauty. This is as close to paradise as I've ever been.
Goodbye to last summer.
Good morning, everybody. We're smack on time. In fact, we're 4 minutes early. Okay, dokie. We are at the main road. We will wait for every boat. We start heading back towards Sesfontein. Here we stop and stock up on some basics, while others head off for the filling station. Only diesel was available. Nie draai jy weg op Poort. So ek het daarvan daai bush lodge afgejaag na hier en dan hier deur en hier af na hier. Our next stop was going to be at the Ongongo Waterfall, another gem of this area. You simply have to experience it. To reach it, you have to be extremely patient. It is not the best road in the world, but oh, so worth it. As we start driving towards Palmwag, it is with some sadness knowing our amazing adventure is almost over. Tonight, we all have dinner together at the restaurant. This has been one of the best adventures ever.
Facebook one and Instagram one.